Hey, what's going on, everybody? Josh Cathcart back here at Hardball Academy with Hitting Done Right. For this next instructional video, we're going to talk about driving the baseball opposite field. The ability to use the field as a hitter. Okay? It's one of the biggest things we talk about with the young players because young guys and girls have a real tendency to want to go get the ball. They do not trust their turn yet. They don't trust their speed. They don't have a consistent path. And they're super worried about swinging and missing. And so they go into, hey, I'm not going to swing and miss. I want to go get it. And what that does is get us into a weak position out at contact instead of a strong position with the rear arm. Okay? The ability to use the field is really what is going to determine you as a good hitter or not. As you get older, if you can only pull the ball, probably not going to have much success. Okay, the way that I break it down for the young ones here is think about the field being in 3 sections. You would go left field line to left center to right center to the right field line. If, as a right-handed player, you can only hit the ball into that section between the left field line and left center, as you get older, you become an easy out. Okay, the adjustment to off-speed becomes very difficult. If you can only hit it to 2 parts of the field, let's say that you can pull it a little bit and up the middle, okay, you have a chance to be okay for a little bit longer. But once we get to that high school age, okay, we have to have the ability to use the entire field. Moving forward into college and the pros, obviously. Okay, when you talk to a bunch of pro guys, college guys about what they're doing early in BP, it's always, hey, line drive the other way, line drive the other way, line drive the other way. When talking to college, coaches or high school coaches from tryouts or what they're looking for in hitters, all the time. We want guys that can use the entire field. We want ladies that can use the entire field. They know that if you can go the other way with authority, that you're going to be able to react in for the most part and get to those inside pitches. All right, so being able to drive the ball the opposite field is extremely important. It takes a couple of things as a hitter. Number one, mentality, right? We have to allow the baseball to get to us. We need to be thinking about working that way, especially in our cage routine and out at batting practice. The other thing is you have to have the trust in your own swing. Part of the problem is players get going right here and they don't trust their turn, okay? I heard a really good way of thinking about this the other day. Be able to be strong between your feet, meaning if I get right here, I don't want to come out and get outside of my feet. I want to be strong and trust this turn right here inside of my feet. Okay, and that's a really good thought for driving the ball the other way because we have to let the baseball get to us. So, what are some easy drills to work on this? The first one, this is kind of a no-brainer. We're just going to set the tee up deep in the zone. So for me as a righty, I have that outer third, almost outer edge, and deep. My front foot is going to line up with the front of home plate. Okay, so now in launch position, that ball is kind of off my front hip. Okay, there's not going to be any reach sensation to this. If I got this into slow motion right here, you're going to see how the barrel is still back behind my hand at contact. Okay, and that ball's going that way into right center somewhere. Okay, so from launch, deep set tee, line drive, a little low bullet that direction. Okay. Just getting used to that contact point, allowing yourself to turn, okay? Not reaching out to contact. That's one of the big things too. I talk about it all the time with kids. Don't rush, meaning don't rush in your load to get your swing off, and then don't reach for contact, okay? So that would be the first one, just this deep tee. The next one, y'all seen before from me. I'm sure you've seen it all over social media also if you follow. Is going to be the closed 45. Now this one is more of a directional thing for me and keeping the front side closed, but both of those components are important when we're talking about having the ability to drive the ball the other way. So front foot would set up normal, but now I'm going to close this down so I'm really close to home plate, right? This would be open. I want to close this down. That contact point is in the same spot off my front hip, but now I just have all of my direction already kind of facing that right center idea. Come through here. Okay. Another one, second base. Okay. Wanted that one in the air a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm not a professional hitter, okay? So keeping that front side down, really working the other way. The last one, and this is more for the contact point, okay? In a perfect world, I would have a partner over here and they would be throwing to me, but right now it's just me, so I'm just gonna kind of show y'all the best I can. This is the rear hand catch, okay? I'm gonna leave that tee set up exactly where it was, right? I would get into my launch position, front foot again, even with the front of home plate. Partner would be tossing. The idea is to get used to this deeper contact point. So as the ball's coming in with this rear arm, I want to catch it right here at that contact point. I don't want to reach out and go get it. Okay, so you don't want to have this, again, that reach sensation where the head starts getting out over the front hip. You want to catch that ball right at the contact point there. Okay, and that can really help players start to understand where that is. Now, you can do all the drills you want, you can talk about this as much as you want, but until players start to develop an approach that is allowing the ball to get to them, none of this is really going to matter. Okay, we start out when players come in, we talk about outer third fastball. Okay, this outer third fastball is where we kind of want to look for and then work off of. Some people may want to be a little more in the middle, but you have young players that start looking in, they're really going to cheat to get to this inside pitch most of the time, and that makes them very vulnerable to anything on the outer half or anything breaking away. Okay, most young players don't have a problem getting in here. They have a hard time waiting and adjusting off speed. So if we can start building an approach that works off of this outer third, that can really, really help them. But again, talking about it and being able to put it into play in games, two totally different things. This takes a lot of practice in your practice time mentally. I'm going to wait on the baseball. I'm going to drive the ball the other way. What we don't want to do is get kids where, oh, I want to hit the other way, and they're just pushing it over there. Okay? That's not what we're looking for. We are looking to get a good swing going, get that A swing off, and just catch it a little bit deep as we turn through and then release and hit it with authority the other way. But it all starts with approach, okay? An approach has to be worked on daily. It can't just be something we do here and there. Each hitter is going to be a little bit different, but as a starting point, outer third, learning to drive the ball to the opposite field. All right, y'all? So I hope that information helps. If there's any questions, please let me know. As always, like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, adios.